Hey, hey. Nem fog kibaszni. Hey. Igen, headset controller, jó. A hang az korrekt. Mikrofon szint. Mikrofon level, az milyen? Hello? Nagyon szuper, jó van, akkor egy kicsit még emelek rajta. Ne kelljen mindenképpen szépen. Úgyhogy szerintem ennyire elég. Ne legyek halk. Na, ezt még egyszer megnézem, ezt a szintet, mikrofon szintet, szóval még egyszer. Elég nekem, hát ez eléggé hangos. Most így ebben legyen max. Az meg visszhangzik. Az a baj. Visszhangzik. Remélem most így nem fog visszhangzani. Dolog. Option. Streamer mode. Streamer mode replace certain copyrighted pieces of music with alternative tracks safe for streaming. Ez mondjuk korrekt, köszönöm. Hardcore mód. Hát ezt nem akarok. Detektív mód, az szerintem jó lesz. Voice over mode. A volumok azok szerintem így jók. Meg itt van control, de az olyan. College. Ez mi? Mi a college? Disco Elysium College Content Policy. Ez spoiler. Jó. Na srácok, tehát ez itt a Disco Elysium. Ezzel fogunk most játszani itt reggel, vagy hát én játszani, ti megnézitek. Valamiért szeretek többes számba beszélni. Nekem ezt a játékot Dominik, alias Szónikus barátom ajánlotta, hogy egy nagyon jó sztori, teller és nyomozós játék, viszont hát a sztori az elég mókáska. Vicces dolgok vannak. Select character type. Sensitive, thinker, sensitive, physical, create your own. Értem. Hát az emocionális intelligenciám az nekem nagyon magas. Ezt nem tudom valahogy. Itt van, hogy mennyit tudok elosztani. A szihém az erős. Az mindenképp erős. Hát, az egy 3-as. Motorik. Most itt a motorikot nézem. Your sense, how agile you are. A sense, agile. Milyen agilis vagyok? Tehát mozgás, vagy motorikus érzékrendszerre gondol, mert Most, hogyha azt nézem, akkor szerintem abba is jó vagyok. Kicsit nehéz ezt most így megállapítani, hogy most így pontosan mire gondol a játék. Mindjárt megnézzük. Tehát Agile az agilisság. Az mondjuk egy 3-as lehetne. Nagyon szar, hogy így ennyire good. Jó, én nem azt mondom, hogy great az emocionalitásom, hanem inkább legyen a fizikám, de az a baj, így ez nem jó. Akkor átlagos legyen a fizikám, vagy good. Valamit el fogok veszíteni. Az intellektualitásom is úgy gondolnám, hogy erős, de nem annyira, mint mondjuk például a motorisztik, fizik és az én inkább emocionális intelligenciám van, mint intelligenciám. Vagy hát nem tudom ezt, hogy mondjam szépen. Szóval ezt így nehéz most nekem így kiválasztani, hogy mert hogy mondjam, szívesen adnék mindegyikre egy átlagosat, de valaminek gyengének kell lennie. Akkor én inkább mondanám azt, hogy a érzelmi intelligenciám az jó, gyenge az intellektualitásom, talán, tehát az intellektualitásom is, tehát hogyha valahogy így ezt mondanám, utána ez áll az egyik legközelebb hozzám, tehát azért agilis vagyok, erősebb, fizikumom van, baromi szeretetmedve vagyok, de viszont az intelligenciám, tehát a logikai, itt most az, amely az intellektualitás, az inkább, hogy hogyan értesz, hogy tudod magadat megértetni. Mondjuk ott nekem vannak fogalmazási problémáim, meg jó lesz ez így. Ez lesz a taktik. Signature kicks. Na itt van logika. Például ez intellectual power-t ad. Itt van, mi hova ad. És mennyit tudok ebből kiválasztani. Hand-eye coordination. Menő. Set skills. Hát... risk correction crime scenes, meaning laws of physics work for the law. Understand creativity, see art in the world, play the actor, lie and detect lies. Ez is jó. Practice the art of persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Call upon all your knowledge, product fantastic trivia. Wide raw intellectual power, reduce the word. Reduce the word. Na, azért ennyire nem durva. Én inkább a drámára hajaznék, vagy pedig ez, vagy pedig ez. Reconstruction crime scenes. Tehát rekonstruálni a bűnügyi helyszíneket. Make laws of physics work for the law. Ez hogy érti? Make laws of of szó szerint kell érteni? Vagy hogy? Na, ez erre viszont nem jó. Sem ez, sem. Hol van? Kérlek szépen. Gyere ide, egy kicsit segíts nekem, drágám. Most a Google fordítót hívjuk segítségképpen. Mert nem tudom már, mit csináljak. Tehát rekonstruálja a bűnügyi helyszíneket, a fizika törvényi a törvény érdekében működjenek. Ez is mondjuk egy eléggé érdekes meglátás. Viszont nekem ez az actor. A személyiségemhez inkább az actor illene jobban. Úgyhogy arra mindenképpen rakok. Aha, várj. Ezt nem tudom. Tök véletlen csináltam. Menjünk vissza. Nem tudok levenni róla. Tök véletlen nyomtam el. Ezt nem akarnám. Nem az Authority-t akartam. Mert a fizikám az jó. Mondjuk motorisztikre akartam valamit rakni. Ja nem, itt mondja, hogy mire akarok. Hát igazándiból itt vannak ilyenek. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. Go to party planet love and be loved by drugs. Jézusom. Flex power muscles. Ez fizikre ad nagyon. De ez plusz 3-at ad. Itt van mire ad. Erre például nagyon sokat adnak a dolgok. Nem, én mindenképp az intelligenciámra kéne buildelni, én azt mondom. Ezt így első kör signature skill-em a dráma. Na nézzük. Le a kalappal a játék előtt. The furious are at home in the mirror. In this dress. Even... Hát ezt nem tudtam elolvasni.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Itt semmi sincs. There is nothing. Itt honol a semmi. Csak is a korom sötétség, vagy valami ilyesmi. Mondjuk csak is a meleg sötétség, valamilyen primordial sötétség. Your conscious fermented in no longer than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Hú, hát ez egy kicsit szerintem meghaladja az én képességeimet. Szóval megint kérünk egy kis helpet. Aha. Ancient Reptilian Brain. Tehát ősi hüllőagy. Nincs semmi, csak a meleg ősi feketeség. Primordial feketeség. Igen. Your conscience az a lelkiismereted. Igen, ezt tudom kellett volna. A lelkiismereted erjed benne, nem nagyobb, mint egyetlen szemmaláta. Nem kell többi semmit sem tenned. Soha.
Never, ever.
Soha többé.
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Ezt mondja, én kérdezem, soha többé, soha többé? Soha többé, baby.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
És akkor, várjál, és akkor egyszerűen folytasd a nem létezőt. Ezt tettem, és akkor erre azt írja, hogy rendkívül sok idő telik el, teljesen mentes a küzdelemtől. It's utterly void of struggle. Nincsenek benne ex-feleségek. Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
Azt mondja, hogy érted, drága testvér, vagy édes testvérem? Semmi a semmire, És erre én azt mondom neki, hogy mi lenne, ha kikölgnél még egy kicsit ebből az édes feledésből.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Mindjárt jön, uram, sima átjárás. Smooth passage. Azt mondja. Hát, ez nagyon beteg lenne.
All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
És akkor Nothing Town, semmi város, a Fuck All Brout-ba. Ezt nem mondjuk. A Silent, a csendesség útjára. És akkor azt mondja, akarod, hogy ezt az egyenlő utazás fejleszem, uram? One way trip.
Do you really?
És erre én azt mondtam, hogy várj, Tehát, hogy le kell kicsinyítenem magam. Tényleg? Igazán? Azt mondja erre. És akkor erre mondom, ne légy már olyan naív. Természetesen nem. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends. Tehát végig akarom hajózni a inky. Az inky tintasugaras feketeségben. Mielőtt még örökre vége.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation.
Szóval a halál dala és az édes végtelen. De mi az itt? Valahol egy sore bloated man meat around you. Valahol a fájdalmas dagat ember húsban körülötted. Egy szenzáció.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it.
Húha.
The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Akkor innen jön a disco music? Azt mondja, mint légy a kenőcsre, az lelkiismereted ott ragad. Ragaszkodik hozzá. Of pain, a fájdalom és a méltatlan szenvedés ágasfejű gépezeted újra fellángol. Hú, ez érdekes fogalmazás. A sivatagban akar járni, bántani, vagy fájó, vágyakozás, táncolni a diszkózatére. Mi van? Volitation, medium, success. Mi van? Azt mondja, a volitation, közepes siker. Elviseled, bajnok vagy. És erre van két opció, az egyik, hogy anya segíts, van egy fej a nyakamhoz csatlakozva, és benne vagyok. Azt mondja, állj, nem akarok többet hallni erre a szenzációról. Vigyél vissza a formátlan, testetlen semmibe. Nem félek, bajnok vagyok. Bajnok vagyok. Limbic system. Baszki, nagyon be lehetünk mi piálva. Most a limbikus rendszerről azt kell tudni, gyerekek, hogy a limbikus rendszer, aki nem tanulta volna, mert őszintén szóval én sem tanultam iskolába, vagy legalábbis nem emlékszem rá. Én a limbikus rendszert a nonverbális kommunikációs könyveimből ismerem. A limbikus rendszere az embernek az a tudat alatti rendszer, ami folyton azon rugózik, hogy most a limbikus folyton azon rugózik, hogy most kiáll magáért, vagy elmenekül. És hogy ezek tehát a limbikus rendszer fele valamilyen szinten a tudat alatti ösztönös inger válaszokkal. És ezek az ösztönös inger válaszokat, ugye ezt mi nem mindenkiért tudatosítjuk magunkba, meg nagyon nehéz tudatosítani. Na, csak így erről, hogy érdekességképpen így elmondtam, hogy ez a limbikus rendszer. Az italbűze felszáll a szádból, és azt és vele együtt a istentelen fejfájás. És akkor erre jön az, hogy segítség, valaki vágja le a fejem. Meg akarja ölni belőlem a maradékot. Aha. Azt mondja, ki vagyok én? Miféle lény teszi ezt a saját szájával? Oké, most egy kicsit félek, térjünk vissza a sötétbe. Hát, szerintem legyünk tudatosak.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
limbikus rendszer. Egy tüzes csík hatol a koponyába, és megpróbálja erővel kinyitni a szemedet. Ez egy hang. Harsány hívás a pokolból. Hát nyissuk ki a szemünket. Ez lennék én. Egy szál alsó nadrágban. Fú, elég szépen nézek ki. Mit nem mondjak, baszki. Itt tudok mozogni, a jobbal pedig fölveszem a szót. Ez mi? Piás üveg. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Jó, hát szerintem egy nadrág nem ártana, nem gondolod, haver? Oda hogy tudok bemenni? Hello? Oké, itt vannak a skillek, azok tetszenek. Örülök, hogy van ilyen.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Perception beszél hozzánk? Méghozzá... Csengést hallasz. A kulcsok csörögnek a fellángott nadrága zsebében. Halász ki őket.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Ez az érzékelésem. Látás. Azt mondja, pörgős rongyos az alumínium kulcstartón. A gyűrűn egyetlen kulcs van. A szám 1, ami bele van vésve, vagy rá van vésve. Valószínű, hogy az ajtót nyitja ki. Jó, azért még nem akarom kinyitni az ajtót.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Szóval Visual Calculus, az mondjuk jó. Dobókockás a játék, ez tetszik, ez kezd tetszeni nekem ez a játék nagyon. Broken Window. Az ablak törötten áll, és csak a keret van meg, és a hideg szél átfújja rajta keresztül.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Broken Window, szóval a reggeli fény bántja a szemedet. Kicsit szédülsz, de látod az óceánt, és egy pár háborút megviselt épületet. Én egyelőre még ezt hagyom. Még vissza tudok rátérni. Ott mi a tököm?
This
A
fan has
nyakkendem.
2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Na, ez érdekes. Szóval mennyezeti ventilátor. Ez a ventilátor rendelkezik 2 lánchúzó kapcsoló Az egyik egy apró, a kapcsolóval, az egyik egy apró ventilátorban, a másik pedig egy izzóban végződik. Egy igazán borzasztó nyakkendő valahogy hozzátapott az egyik pengéhez.
Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Hűha. Hűha. Belső birodalom. Közepes siker. Vagy büntetésből küldték oda? Úgy érzed, hogy ez a lény a barátod, és vissza akar tapadni a nyakadhoz, hogy együtt folytassátok a kalandjaitokat ebben a különös világban. És akkor most van az, hogy kapd el a nyakkendőt, pull on the light bulb, húzd meg az izzót, vagy húzd meg a ventilátort.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Most írja, hogy a mennyezeti ventár a lapátok nyikorokba megállnak, most könnyebben elérheted a nyakkendőt.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained.
És akkor könnyebben elérheted a nyakkendőt, lecsapsz és elkapod a nyakkendőt, csattan. Kiszabdul a pengéből, figyelem, a nyakkendő már nincs benne. A nyakkendő már nem, hosszú távon nem használható, vagy valami is.
What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns.
Horrific necktie-t megkaptuk. Mélyzetlenten, amit a kezedben tartasz, az egy fantasztikusan színes nyakkendő, 4-5 különböző mintával, a csomó hurokra emlékeztet. Hát igazándiból most már csak lívelünk. Van valami kabátkám. Köszönöm. És azt tudom, hogy az ilyen... Ja, de közben öltözök fel. Oké. Ez mondjuk jó dolog. A cipőm. Ez valami más. Still rolling empty. Mondjuk mégis fürödhettünk volna, baszki, most belegondol. Most már ing is van rajtam.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Szóval... Egy tükör, egy hajlított és törött mi az, tükör lóg a csap fölött. A férfias energia heves kísérlésében valaki letette a fél csapot.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
Forró víz permet ez alapból, és gőz borítja a tükröt. Nem láthatod magad, csak egy férfi körvonalait.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Aha. Itt rájössz, hogy nem emlékszel arra az arcra, amely ott, A lágy pára alatt vár rád. Amúgy nagyon durva fogalmazások vannak.
As you
Várj,
slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror,
ahogy lassan tükör felete felé nyúlsz a
you
kezével,
clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
azt mondja a belső birodalom, állítsd le magad, nyilvánvalóan ezt nem gondoltad végig, nem fog tetszeni, amit ott fogsz látni, és soha nem fogod feloldani. És akkor itt jön az, hogy nem érdekel, még mindig letörlöm a tükröt. Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Tehát meg kellene érítenem, hogy ne legyen semmi baj az arcomnak. Nem érdekel, még mindig törölje is le a tükröt. Akkor elsőnek érintsük meg magunkon.
There is definitely something wrong with it.
Yeah. Biztosan van valami probléma. Mi
Where
lehet
to even
vele?
begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Szóval azt mondja, hol is kezdjük? Ott van a dagadtság, majd a duzzadtság, mintha alkoholos kárpit lenne a bőröd alatt.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Mi van? Tükör. Nem, az duzzadt és csikaszerű, az ujjai között tekergőzik föl.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Fogadni merek, hogy az orrod olyan, mint egy kis léggömb az arcod közepén. Amikor megnyomod, gondolom dudálásra gondol, a honk. Megnyomáskor fáj, és nem is tűnik különösen aprónak. Nem minden ital mellett felszívül. Not with all drinks is absurd for you. Tehát nem minden ital szívódik fel neked úgy, vagy valami ilyesmi. Wipe the mirror now.
Behold,
Ennyi. Íme. Voilà.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
És akkor azt írja, hogy íme. Fogalmam sincs, ki ez a lény, ugye? Azt mondja, kedves uram, segíts, mi ez? Persze, hogy tudom. Ez valamilyen szupersztár. Yeah, I think I'm a superstar. Hát legyünk őszinték.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
Azt mondja, túl késő, nyilvánvalóan egy rigor mortis van az arcodon. Vagy várj, ez egy kifejezés? Ez az arccal próbálsz kifejezni? Miért? Most gondolom a képre gondolod. Nem tudom miért úgy van, csak úgy van.
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Nem.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You are
Expression.
correct.
Húha. Enciklopédia. Hát ezeket most hagyjuk. Kicsi az esélye. Amúgy ezek itt vannak? Electrochemistry? Igen. És hol az enciklopédia? Az melyik? Itt az enciklopédia. Na, most rájöttem, hogy mi van. Tehát adhattam magamnak egy skill pontot, ami a dráma. De igazándiból itt a játék úgy levelepoltatja a képességeket, hogy hogyan dolgozok a dolgokkal. Igazándiból. Jó, egyelőre úgy látszik, mindent felvettem, ami olyan. Erre mi van? Ugyanúgy ablak? Nem, erre nem tudok menni. És itt még egyszer az ablaknál mit tudok csinálni?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage. Hát, jó, próbáljuk meg.
The shards face
Sikerült.
outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Ja, itt most... Itt most ezt megvizsgáltuk, és úgy azzal fejlődünk. Tehát itt most a maga a károkozást vizsgáltuk meg. Tehát tört ablak, az ablak betörvállal keretében hideg szél fúj be, ezt tudjuk. A vizuális kalkulus egyszerű siker. A szilánkok kifelé néznek, bármi is törte ezt az ablakot, belülről jött. Saját kezemmel törtem össze?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Sebek borítják, véres. Tehát karcolások, de ezek mind régiek. Akkor mit
More
csinálta
likely a
ezt a...
projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Valószínűleg, hogy a lövedék, mint tartottál, nincsenek töredékek a padlón, hanem szerszámot ütközés után visszahúztak. Aha. De ez például egy nagyon érdekes dolog.
It
Felmérni.
is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Tehát nagy egy golyónak, de túl kicsi egy bútornak, valami súlyosat és az öklénél nagyobbat keresel.
The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
Az egyetlen zöld cipő, amit találtál, majdnem olyan jól illeszkedik a lyukban, mint a lábad. Az is elég nehéz lett volna, ha erővel dobják.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Gratulálok, a saját cipőddel törted be az ablakot. Most már csak egy darab cipőd van. Ja, de konkrétan a lábamon nincs egy cipő. Ha szerencséd van, még ott találod, ahova kizuhant.
A cool
szerezzük
wind
meg.
rushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Vissza kéne szereznem azt a rohadt cipőt, hát. Új feladat. Keresd meg a cipődet. 5 XP szerzett tapasztalat. Törött ablak hűvösszé fúj be a lábahelyed. Felkunkorodnak a hidegtől. És akkor most itt van egy ilyen képesség. Find your other shoe. Seems like your green sneaking shoe is missing its partner. You should find it before you go venturing into the wide unknown. 2 shoes are better than one. Untie them again. Ez bírom. Eddig gyerekek, engem ez a játék nagyon leköt. És nagyon lenyűgöz. Úgyhogy le a kalappal. Dominik, nagyon hálás vagyok, ha majd látod ezt a streamet. Nagyon örülök neki, hogy felajánlottad nekem ezt a játékot. Egyelőre nagyon nem bánom. Akkor azt hiszem ki az ajtó. Közben elkezdek reggelizni, mert még azzal sehol sem járok. Hoppa. Na, állítólag március van. 51. Érdekes. Valamilyen az asztalon. Kis pénz. Ó, baszki. Nem akartam még kimenni. Mondjuk a cipőm ott van.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet.
Szóval kész vagyunk. Mindkettőtől 2 egyforma cipő, mindkettőből zöld és vállal kígyóbőr. Újra találkozol a lábadon. Hogy néznek ki?
Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Higalmazás, amúgy a neve most a gondolatnak. Jó, kiegyensúlyozottak, kényelmes, az igazat megvalva. És mi a másik gondolat? God's brainy ways over you. Jó, és akkor igazániból megvan mind a 2 pár cipőm. Oh yeah. Mondjuk jó né. Na, menjünk vissza. Még volt egy gondolata a karakternek. Arra kíváncsi vagyok. A óceán szagától egy kicsit rosszul leszám. Nagyon rohadtul másnaposak vagyunk. A hölgyeménye tudok beszélni? Officerek vagyunk.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
A fiatal hölgy felemeli a cigit a ajkaihoz.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
28, bocsánat, 28, nem 29. Szóval a szemei barnák, és az arca anyagyigyékkel tarkított. Birthmark. Nem lehet több 25 évesnél. Officer? Katonai személyzet vagyok?
No.
Az erre azt mondja, hogy nem. Úgy tűnik megzavarta a
There's
kérdést.
only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Azt mondja, erre egyetlen megoldás létezik. Üzletember vagy. Kérdezzük meg inkább, hogy miért hívott minket
Because
tisztnek.
you're a police officer, sir.
Police officer vagyunk. Oké, mondjuk ezt sejtettem, de maga a karakter nem. Classy, Orange, diszkótáncos kisasszony. Aha. Miss Orange Disco Dancer. Mert ön rendőr, uram. Felhúzza a cigarettáját.
Okay, cool. I won't.
Oké, király, akkor nyertem.
She means it. She wouldn't defy authority, however sweaty and bloated it may look.
Azt mondja, empátia. Komolyan gondolja. Nem dacolna a tekintélye, bármilyen izzatnak és dagatnak is nézel ki.
Okay. Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, as you put it.
Uram, 3 napja van itt hivatalos rendőrségi ügyben, ahogy fogalmazott. És az micsoda?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Megpróbáljuk?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Mondjuk ez egy
A
kicsit
deliberate
brutál.
one. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
Tehát most azt mondta a nőci, ha jól értem, hogy bárki lehet rendőr. Tehát, hogy ne legyél kemény magaddal, meg ilyenek. De ez egy kicsit ilyen leszóláskép. Hatóság. Egy gusztustalan megjegyzés. Ne hagyd, hogy homokkal takard el magad.
A fondness for contradictory statements.
Tehát, hogy amúgy tudom, megvan a karakterem hozzá, hogy rendőrök. Szereted az egymásnak ellentmondó kijelentéseket? Aztán igen, amit most mondtál, nem tudok semmit kitalálni.
I'm sorry. I was being glib. I'm sure you're a great cop.
És akkor erre mondja, hogy sajnálom, nyugodtan cigarettát megint odaemeli, biztos vagyok benne, hogy nagyszerű zsaru.
No, she's not. Reassert yourself by being flirtatious.
Ez komoly. Electrochemistry. Húha. Azt mondja, hogy nem az. Erősítse meg magát azzal, hogy föltöl. Aha. Próbáljuk meg, hát most miért nem?
Try the expression.
Oh, sikerült.
Why are you still doing this?
Sikerült, beszarok. Kicsi volt az esélyre. Pedig. És akkor azt írja, hogy azt mondja, próbáld meg. A nyomás, gyerünk! Miért csinálod meg mindig ezt?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
Szóval az alkohol megemeli a tesztoszteron szintet, különösen a férfiaknál, mondja a hölgyemény. Mondja tárgyilagosan. A szintek magasak maradnak az ittasság amikor a ittasság már véget ért, tehát a részegség, és a fájdalom elkezdődik. Vigasztalást keres, ez teljesen természetes.
She puts out her cigarette. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before.
Azt mondja, hogy reakciósebesség, valami megmozgat benne, hogy elindulni készül, nevezük ösztönnek, szükségletnek. A kérdések feltevéségének igénye. Mint a Minuson mondta volna ki ezeket a szavakat.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Azt mondja, visszanéz rád a hősökön megcsillanó fény. Van a szemében. És akkor mi van, ha nem akarok kérdezősködni? Van egy kérdésem.
Yes. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Yeah?
Those words tell me something else. Feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very shape of them.
Várj, most erre jó kell reagálni. Szóval ezek a szavak, mondj még valamit, olyannak tűnnek, mint amit számtalanszor mondtad már, a szád az ő alakjuk. Hol vagyok?
You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol? Revachol?
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever?
And ever and ever. Out of
Shivers.
the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
Szóval, és örökön örökké a szama sarkából látod, hogy a szőr a kezed hátulján égnek áll. Olyan érzés, mintha gyenge villámszágon át rajtad. Biztosan túl érzékeny vagy a másnaposságtól. Csak ugyanazok vannak.
There was the usual ruckus. I couldn't say. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Érdekes.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. A
Mi történt?
slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now, it was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore.
Jézusom.
I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it. It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one.
Oh,
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
oké, igazából mindent
Glad to
megkérdeztem.
have been of assistance.
Cigit?
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Azért remélem, hogy lesz
The
más van, és
idea
nem
seems
csak...
to make your neck expand.
No!
Suddenly, the garish tie feels very snug.
Or you could not do that. No one is making you. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man, a mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus,
Érdekes.
smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Massive bonuses? Tehát úgy áll a dolog, hogy kaptunk egy új feladatot, találjunk cigit és szívjuk el őket. Ez egy új küldetés. Nem tudom, a hölgy után be tudunk menni?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed. Still no answer. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still nothing.
Akkor nem tudok most bemenni hozzá. Temple of Modern. A házamba talán találok cikit? Esetleg? Nem. Viszont ez az ajtó az átvisz a másik szobába. Ami érdekes dolog. Lehet erre még lesz majd egyszer szükségünk. A játék szerint 8:39 van most. Remélem azért az idő csak úgy magától nem megy.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Exactly. It's measured, level-headed, and it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. You should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Thought it was obvious. No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. You have to find out how the song goes first, though. Maybe a tape of something appropriate would help. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely.
Kaptunk akkor még egy küldést. Sing karaokit. After Joyce comes kitchen, so someone is working. Azt hallottuk. This water cooler, large bubble rising to the surface. Beszéljünk a bárpultossal.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Ez csak így ennyi volt. És itt a társunk. Igen, ő
A
lesz az.
bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket
Kim
is tapping his foot on the
Kitsuragi.
floor.
Akkor ő
Looks
ráadásul.
like he's waiting for someone. You.
Úgy látszik, vár valakire. Rád.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon
Esprit
you,
de Corps.
this man
Elysium.
would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Oké, megpróbáljuk.
Concentration makes you squint your
Sikerült.
eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Right. And the interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
Olyan higgadt-vérű a csávó. Nekem nagyon
But
szimpi.
first, we have to take it down. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Okay.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Igen? Ez most már csapatom tagja. Király. Nek mondjuk így örülök. Interview cafeteria manager. Sing karaoke, find smoke and smoke them. Ez éjszaka kell, jó van. Még egyszer. Mi volt a küldi? So you need to get your hands on some cigarettes and then smoke them. For those massive bonuses, find a pack, put in your hand, active in the hat slot in your inventory, and smoke will do the rest. Most fölviszem a urat a lakásomra. És szökszőni fogunk. Nem, valószínűleg nem.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Hát
The
nagyon
option to
szarul
go to
néz ki.
sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Aha. The option to go sleep become available every night after. Ez minden egyes nap 21 órakor tudunk lefeküdni, hogyha akarunk.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity? I have no idea what that means.
Oh. Let the tape recorder. It's empty. Aha. Vele is tudok még beszélni?
What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
Aha, RCM. Revachol Citizen Militia. Érdekes, hogy milisának hívják magukat, nem pedig Police Departmentnek, szóval ez inkább ilyen katonai keverékfajta, mix-up dolog.
That's right. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers' union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Igen.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Okay.
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? There's no reason to. 3 days ago, during that, a security guard to find... Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the good.
Okay. Oké, ennyi elég volt. Most kicsit visszahozott Jesse. So, apparently there was a pissing match between Francis, 49, yours, versus Kim's. Ask Kim about his after internal inspection of the dead body is done. Okay. Body hanging backyard. Ez a manager dolog. Fire station. Okay. Akkor igazán ezt meg fogom tudni oldani. Hogy nézzük. Amit megtalálom, hogy hol szól a zene.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Van fizikai és morális sebzés.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Jó, vele nem akarok foglalkozni.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window. Then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter. But only a little. Then out of the window again.
What are you doing? We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for. That's a great combination.
Tehát akkor most már van egy olyan küldetésem, hogy találjak piát, és ígyam meg. A másik meg a cigi. Jó, oké. Mi? Erre akarok egy kicsit ránézni. A summer door, tehát a nyári ajtó zárva van a winter miatt. Tehát a tél miatt. És akkor vele kell beszélnem? Ugye? Cafeteria manager, oké.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Guard, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Fantastic. That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do the job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
Hát akkor ő találta meg a testet, és ő hívta, lehet?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Mm-hmm.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
She went away because none of your business. Extra fine. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But...
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Horrific necktie?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
the IIR or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
How does the clown think?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Yes, it is.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike. You're better off home.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights.
Encyclopedia.
Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Why did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Pay for the image. Who made the call reporting the crime? Most be tudtam rakni egy enciklopédia cuccost? És ez mit ad? Learn some long way home. Most akkor ez be van rakva. Nézzük a következő szettet. Mi a következő? Inspect the victim body. Szerintem az lesz az. Meg a badge missing. Valamint úgy is kell csinálni, meg pay for them. Még arra nem mentem be? Aha. 13 még nem lehet oda bemenni. Most már lehet az asszonnyal beszélni?
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Whatever do you mean? Ah, yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song. Whatever do you mean? Oh, no. I haven't smoked in years.
She shakes her head. Wait, maybe she knows where you can get cigarettes. Delicious, toasty cigarettes stuffed to the tip with love. You should find out. You would do well to follow her example. Smoking is the reason you feel like a rag.
You should really ask someone younger and more mobile, sweetie. I'm glad you think so, but I still don't know where you can get cigarettes. Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. I really would like to help out, but I don't want to slow you down. If it weren't for all the stairs and potholes in Martinez, I'd join you for sure. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Nope, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven. Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Hú, ezzel nem tudom.
Sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn, just to tide you over.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas-relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31. Dinghy races.
Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back. I hope you're able to pawn that old trinket. Oh, thank you, dear. I confess I am glad to see it again.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Now, what else, sweetie? Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Azért nem genyóskodunk mi itt. Kaptunk tőle egy tollat. Szerintem elég menő. Igen. Oké. Megyünk tovább. Nem húzzuk tovább itt az időt. Csávóval beszélünk. The street sign leads fuck the police. Pigs go home, street names illegal. De beszélgessünk csak a csávóval.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Eddig hogy tetszik, Domini? Kurva jó, bazd meg! Tehát ez egy olyan játék, amit nekem terveztek. Oké, nagyon-nagyon storyteller, meg nagyon sok a párbeszéd, de ezek ezek a gondolatátvitel, gondolatmenetek, ezek nagyon bejönnek, mert egy emberi lény ennyire sokszínű és természetéből fakadóan különböző gondolatai vannak, és annyira tetszik, hogy a gondolataidnak saját személyisége van, és nem csak a gondolataidnak, hanem a tárgyaidnak is. Hát eladba csáó, amikor a bartender ownerrel beszélgettünk, akkor a menedzserre beszéltünk, azt mondta, a nyakedőt tartóztassam le a csávót, amiért ki akarja vele fizettetni a cuccokat.
Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to? There's the pier, the Cape-side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Nem láttam a live-odat
Some
róla.
shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But it's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally.
No problem.
Ja, de ez nagyon nagy amúgy.
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
Nem egy kedves szó, igen.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Me? I am just a gardener. I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
Na hát a karakter csacsét, azt kérlek szépen nem tudom neked rendesen megmutatni, de majd mindjárt megmutatom, amit csak
There's
tudok.
discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Basz meg. Ez is amúgy annyira
Don't
durva.
worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you.
Ennyi volt.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. No, szóval, hogy elépül a dolog? Alapjáraton drámával indultam, méghozzá azért a drámával, mert a dráma az illette legjobban a személyiségemet. Jó, mondj, itt van. Király, meg tudom mutatni. Szóval jó. Hát én igazándiból megpróbáltam lemodellezni saját magamat. Sajnos, mivel a játéknak megvoltak a korlátjai, ezért intellektuális képességekre csak 2 raktam. mert úgy vagyok vele, hogy az intellektuális képességeim azon van mit azért csiszolni. Nem azt mondom, hogy buta lennék, csak a többi jobban illik rám. Tehát itt arra gondolok, hogy az emocionális intelligenciám nagyon magas, tehát ezt raktam a legmagasabbra. A fizikai kondícióm azért úgy mondanám, hogy pocakom az van, de izomzatom az van elég keményen, úgyhogy az 3-as, és a mozgás koordinációm, a mozgékonyságom is eléggé erős. Viszont azért nem mondanám, hogy én egy olyan kurva okos ember lennék, csak értelmes ember vagyok, és nagyon szívesen megtanulok dolgokat, amik érdekelnek. Tehát, hogyha 4-4-2-2, hát Dominik, igen, neked jobban illik neked a intellektualitásod egy kicsit erősebb, főleg a logikában, hát enciklopédiában is talán, vagy nem tudom. Most nem akarok így pedálozni, csak így mondom. És azt mondod, hogy ez is 4 volt, és ez meg 2-2. Ja. Hát nálam meg ezek inkább amik erősebbek, és az intellektualitásom az, amire... Legfeljebb az intellektualitásom miatt, a diszlexiám miatt gondoltam, meg a fogalmazási problémáim miatt. Mert ha írásba kell fogalmaznom, stb., meg ha beszélek emberekkel, nem mindenképpen tudom magamat jól megértetni. Úgyhogy így lemodellezve én azt mondom, hogy azért lehetett valamit még csiszolni, csak a játék nem nagyon engedte. Ezen kívül én a drámára raktam magamat. Már csak azért is, hogy kicsit felhúzzam a többihez a intellektualitásomat. Viszont itt van még bonus from thoughts. Aha. Viszont a drámát választottam, ugyanis nagyon szeretek színészkedni, meg egy kicsit így játszadozni, megjátszani magamat, természetesen nem manipulálni és átvenni emberre. Intelligencia segít bűnnyomozásban, meg emberek kiismerésében. Igen. Majd egy kicsit arra rágyúrunk. Itt. Egyelőre amúgy elég jól állunk, mert most itten kapom rá cuccokat. Elég két balkezes volt a karéd. Értem. És én azért választottam a drámát, mert én szeretek kicsit úgy színészkedni néha. Mondjuk ez a lie and detect lies, hát én azért nem szeretek hazudni. Jó, közben általában kaptam kesztyűt. Azt most nem tudom, hogy felvette a klocz. Király. Ugyanis holttestet kell eltüntetni. Amúgy ugyanúgy ugye a sztorink, hogy van egy holttestünk, ami állítólag egy hete már ott rohad valahol a kertben, ami eléggé durva, és még csak most hívtak minket ki. Vagy valami ilyesmi. Most szerintem ez a rendőrautónk itt. Előtte megkérdezem ezt az embert. Ez jó.
From another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, and all around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need? Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse.
Kéne cigit szereznem.
Waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup. Nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Huh? The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Meg lehet vele próbálkozni, de... Hiába nagy az empátiám, elég kicsi az esélye.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Lehet énekelni?
Cool. We all want to know each other's woes and all. But people, man, they have slippery souls.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Hát ez most nem sikerült.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
Baszki, ja, tényleg.
Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Na, végre egy kis dráma.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Oh,
time to arrest him.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Jó, egy kicsit körbenéznénk itt az autónál. Na, az ott mi?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Aha. Tehát itt tudok rá várakozni. Itt vannak emberek, velük is majd beszélek. Jó. Ezek ilyen megjegyzések. Vissza a rendőrautóhoz. Damage looks like they could be caused by an earthquake. Yeah. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza? Vannak ilyen logika, meg fantázia gondolatok is.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion.
Érdekes.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
Kicsit német akcentussal beszél a bácsi, Jules Piedel.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
Nem, ez francia. Nem német, francia.
You mean your partner? Over.
Partner?
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
A partnerem.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge?
Jézusom, miért vannak itt egy ilyen vonalban?
Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh, goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Wittmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Alig értem amúgy mit mondtad, örülök, hogy itt a szöveg. Igen, az viszont itt, ahogy itt láttam, itt elég érzédék.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your
Use skill
misplaced
point.
badge.
Yes.
Fuck me!
Király.
Mac, come here! You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Jaj, de már. Még nem
Super
ember.
Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, Jim.
Aj, de köcsög faszapok.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
De érted, és úgy mondja, úgy tolmácsolja ezeket, mintha ő nem értené.
Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering...
Próbáljuk meg drámázni egyet? Próbáljuk meg drámázni.
Oh. Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
Mármint mi az, hogy ez mi a picsa? Ezt még nem is hallottad? Most nem, de sokáig az volt.
Sounds like he's being deliberately vague.
Detective Mullen has done it again. Where's my gun?
Akkor a faszapok
You lost his gun? Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter.
De faszapok.
Coco Nur by himself. But I didn't piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. He acknowledges your joke and asks you to lay off.
Lay off? Lay off? Tell him we'll lay off when he retrieves the goddamn police property that he has been entrusted with.
Satellite Officer 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over.
Anything else?
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
Hú, én ebben a játékban szerintem bele leszek
Ask
buzulva.
if he's there alone.
Ez nagyon nagy. Főleg most képzeld el, Dominik, ha még itt vagy és hallasz. Kérlek, hogyha hallasz, írd nekem. És feleslegesen nem akarok dumálni.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
Igen. Akkor itt
What
vagy.
do you need, sir? Over.
Most pont elkezdtem egy sorozatot Netflixen, ami az neve, hogy az újonc. És nem tudom, gondolom, ismered a Castle mint sorozatot. Tudod a Castle-t, és abból játszik a csávó, a főszereplő benne, rendőrt, ilyen 40 évesen kezd rendőrújonc lenni, és nagyon jó. Egyszerűen, ahogy beszél az emberekkel, meg minden, annyira bírom.
10-4. Your address?
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives? Did I hear that right?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? He's been hellbound for the gutter. Let him have it.
Igen, ez a zsarus.
Anything more I can do for you? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10. Excuse me, sir?
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9, over. 10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Nagyon tetszik, mert
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops.
Amúgy is szeretem a stílusát a színésznek, de ebbe a sorozatban nagyon faszán játsza a szerepet, és olyan személyiséget játszik, amilyen én lennék, hogyha rendőr lennék. És így nagyon
When Officer Judith Minnow enters, her left arm is in bandages and her hair trimmed short.
És emiatt nagyon így együtt tudok vele érezni, amikor kudarcot érez, vagy amikor sikereket. Tehát én így nagyon együtt tudok válni vele.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, all right. Sounded fucking drunk to me. Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
Ó, azt nézed, a Better Call of Saul-t. Én a közepénél befejeztem, de lehet, hogy majd én is folytatni fogom.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Szilvit is felhívom.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Ja, tudom, hogy az előzményét játsza a Breaking Badnek, én is azért kezdtem el. Meg azért, mert tetszett nekem a Saul, mint jogász. Csak nem tudom. Kicsit fura nekem. Pont ő.
Proceed. Hold on, officer.
Kicsit fura. Húha. Mi a fasz?
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Igen? Az mondjuk lehet.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello.
You can hear resentment in her tone.
Kicsit hamar
She's not
kijöttem el.
thrilled to be talking to
Bocsánat.
you again. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
Érdekes.
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Legally, no. In reality, yes.
Megyünk?
Martinez is de facto
mindjárt
police by
pillanat.
the Dock Workers Union.
Na lassan nekem most el kell mennem, Dominik, és még ezt megpróbáljunk gyors itt végig beszélni.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh, no, I haven't.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
No, please, no more suicide threats. Thank God you don't have that stupid gun anymore.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
I just know I have to take some time off right now. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform.
Okay.
You had your things on. The disco things. No, absolutely not.
Dimidzseltem a morálomat. Kicsit kioffoltak.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Empathy. Hát, -1, de azért próbáljuk meg.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like God. You know women and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag.
Próbáljuk megmagyarázni magunkat.
How's one supposed to get the love going like that? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love? You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? 57 over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. As you tap on the gauge, The indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now.
Oké. És úgy gondolnék, hogy én el fogok menni.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
De 2 órára valószínű, hogy hazaérek.
This is the Cupri's Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Szóval...
Motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Most close the door. Ja, arra gondoltam, folytassuk egy kicsit a Tina-Tinát, mert mostanában nem az jött össze pont. Vannak tooljaink, nagyon jó, flashlight, crowbar, chain cutter, nagyon szuper. Ezeknek örülök. Pay for the image. Keep searching for the color display-t. Lettek új küldjeink. Van amúgy térképünk is. Király. Jó, itt vannak a done-ok. Valamint itt akkor most lehet level up-om, szóval tudok fejleszteni képességet. Hát nekem itt kicsit buildelnem kéne az intellektualitásomat. Mi az, amire nagyon nem ment skill? A logikára. Rakjunk egyet a logikára most. Aha, tudom reveal-elni. Oké. Most rajta van? Rajta van. Oké. A drámát mondjuk ki kéne fejleszteni majd. Szép lassan, de így kicsit tudatosan akarom buildelni a dolgokat. Oké. Most nyomok egy ilyet, oké, nagyon jó van. Save game. Úgyhogy csinálok egy save-et. Állítólag csináltam, ugye? Csináltam. Martinez D1 1150. Oké. Itt van. Akkor innen fogom tovább folytatni. Megkeressük a holttestet, megkeressük a fegyveremet, a jelvényemet, minden szart, és megpróbálunk rendes zsaruk lenni a világban. Úgyhogy belenéztünk most a Disco Elysiumba. Ez egy nagyon ígéretes játéknak tűnik, remélem egy jó ideig még nem szedik ki a storeból, és ki tudom nektek majd játszani. Ha meg nem, akkor megveszem. Én mindenképp meg akarom ezt venni, ezt a játékot, mert nagyon tetszik. Úgyhogy még egyszer köszönöm, örök hálám Dominik, hogy bemutattad nekem ezt a játékot. Nekem nagyon bejött, szóval emiatt örök hála. És akkor délután találkozunk valószínűleg a Tina Wonderlands-zal. Akit viszont az nem érdekel, azzal meg legközelebb találkozunk egy live-ban, vagy egy videóban. További szép napot nektek. Én Patesz voltam, alias Sigreggio. Legközelebb találkozunk egy live-ban, vagy egy videóban. Sziasztok!